Hello, everybody. Counting this video, I've actually got 3 movie reviews that I'd like to do. I know it's kind of been a bit since I actually did some movie reviews, and I know I said I was going to do some like a while back in Whale. I just never got around to them. I just finished writing down what I was going to say for this video and the other 2 that I'm going to do. So I just want to start off by saying that. Well, first off, I want to talk about the first of the 3 movies that I've been meaning to review and go on and review them. The first movie Tony and I watched back in March of this year, of 2013, and it was Oz the Great and Powerful. The movie is actually an interesting movie to watch. Tony and I saw this movie in the adult section of the Rave Movie Theater back in Florence, Kentucky. Like I said, back in March of 2013 this year. This movie is very similar to the 1939 film Wizard of Oz, and it's shot partially in black and white, and that's when they're in Kansas, and then it moves into color, really nice color, once they're in Oz. The movie actually moves pretty quickly and keeps you interested the entire time that it's on. The movie stars James Franco as Oscar Oz Diggs, Mila Kunis as Thedora, who becomes the Wicked Witch of the West, Rachel Weisz, or Wise, as Evora, also known as the Wicked Witch of the East, Michelle Williams as Glinda, the Good Witch of the South, and also as a small part as Annie in Kansas, among others. Of course, there's more people listed than I wanted to include here. The movie also has a nod to the 1939 film Wizard of Oz, and the fact that it, like I said, starts in black and white and then goes to color once in Oz. And as I said, it moves really fast, and it kept my attention as I was watching. And I mean, you can't even tell that the whole movie is over. You're like, it's over, really? The black and white part, when the film was actually showing the Kansas part, was in almost what I'd call a sepia black and white beginning of the movie, which made it kind of obvious when the movie went to the colored part of the movie in Oz later on. But, I mean, both of them were pretty good, though, as far as, like, the black and white and the color. The color part was just, it was like almost like a Blu-ray color. I was like, wow! I mean, it was pretty neat. In the Kansas part of the movie at the beginning, it starts with Oscar Diggs doing a magic show where there are a few people in the audience that says Oscar is a fake because they can see the strings during Oscar's levitation trick during the show. After he denies the use of the strings for the show, Oscar is then asked by a little girl to help her walk again because the girl is bound to a wheelchair and would love to walk again. Oscar explains to the girl that he doesn't have the magic to help the girl get well, and then he escapes out of the tent. Once out of the tent, Oscar notices that there's a severe storm blowing into the area, and he also finds out that the strongman has found out that Oscar has been flirting with the strongman's wife, and now the strongman is coming after Oscar. Oscar escapes from the strongman by hopping into the hot air balloon that's nearby, and Oscar is promptly sucked into the middle of the tornado while in the hot air balloon. After some terrifying moments inside of the tornado, Oscar lands in what turns out to be the land of Oz. When the balloon lands safely in shallow water, Oscar is greeted by Thedora, who isn't the Green Wicked Witch yet. And Thedora thinks that Oscar is the prophesied wizard who is there to overthrow the Wicked Witch who killed the King of Oz. On the way to Oz, and they walk, Oscar does some serious flirting with Thedora, and Thedora falls in love with Oscar, with her not realizing that Oscar would do this whole flirting thing with girls and not wholly mean it when he's doing it. After reaching Oz, Oscar meets Evandora, who is Thedora's sister. Evandora tells Oscar that he needs to go kill the actual Wicked Witch by breaking her wand. Oscar goes looking for the Wicked Witch so he can become King of Oz. and while in the process, actually finds out that he was trying to destroy Glinda the Good Witch's wand. Now, I'm going to stop describing the movie now because it is so good, I think you all should go rent it at this point and watch it. What I want to do now is discuss what I thought of the movie itself and the stars in the movie. At the beginning of the movie, I think that Oscar was totally a jerky sophomore womanizer, and him getting chased by the strongman is fitting for what Oscar was doing at that point. I think that James Franco was really good as Oscar. I mean, he was good looking. But yeah, once he gets in Oscar grows up and starts becoming a better person, which I enjoyed watch them doing that on the screen. As far as Fedora and Evadora, it is the case of a naive young lady going to a mean, hateful, and spiteful person because somebody else, even Dora, is unhappy themselves. As for Glinda, she is just as beautiful as in the original Oz movie in the 1930s. You know, and I mean, she's every bit as nice. I mean, she doesn't have that like little voice in Toto too. I swear my mother says that to me every time we watch The Wizard of Oz, and I just groan. I'm like, boy. But anyway, I wanted to say in closing that I really enjoyed watching, The Great and Powerful Oz, and I highly recommend watching it. So if you get a chance, watch it and you'll enjoy it. All right. So hang on, I got 2 more movies to review. I'll be right back.